Hello, family. Are you as tired of um, being reincarnated as I am on Earth? Well, that's what we're doing. We're recycling ourselves. It happened when they twisted the word. And when they twisted the word, they lied by omission or inventing neon gods for people to worship outside of themselves. And I just proved how bad it is myself. I'm going to prove it to you. I was reading to you excerpts from this book that I highly recommended, Return from Tomorrow by George Ritchie. At the age of 20, in an army hospital, he died. You can't really see the writing. George Ritchie died in an army hospital. 9 minutes later, he returned to life. Now, that's not new to me because my son died and he came to me. So I knew we were spirits, but I really didn't believe in reincarnation. But that's the only thing that makes sense because we are spirits first, and we need a vessel. We need vessels to live among. And the human body has human senses. Um, touch, taste, feel, all the human senses. And we're supposed to evolve our intelligence here. But when we are educated with lies, and I'm telling you, everything is a lie. You see, I have to take it back. I don't want you to buy this book now because it's a new book. And how would you know? It's got Elizabeth Sherrill added. And when I went to read it, I was going to do y'all a video with, more of his experience because it was a fascinating book. It was exactly the way I imagined it would be. But then I went to read you all the excerpt again. And right off the bat, it says, he's, it's so ridiculous. I can't read with this, let me just get my glasses. I got my diary over there. I write in my diary. I try every day. I have all my comforts here. Don't worry about me. Okay. So I'm reading along. I was going to read you the excerpts. But it's about this guy that the last time I read to you, he was trying to find himself, right? Like his body. He knew he was detached from his body and he was, floating around this army hospital trying to find his own body. And then he came upon his onk's ring. Now, I didn't remember that part, about this ring with the owl. I knew it was a high school ring, but I didn't know it was part of the satanic cult, which, so it's new. It's a new addition. And I imagine it's new since this Elizabeth Sherrill came. Okay, so he was floating around trying to find his body. He finally found his body by recognizing the owl ring. Now, he says he comes upon this brightness, this huge form, okay? And he says, the instant I perceived him, a command formed itself in my mind. Stand up. The words came from inside of me, yet they had an authority my mere thoughts had never had. I got to my feet, and as I did, I came upon a stupendous certainty. You are in the presence of the Son of God. And then I knew. If anybody's in the presence of some Son of God, they would not need an introduction. If you need an introduction, it's not your creator. And so they have twisted my favorite book about the afterlife by adding a new author and changing the facts that he was on his own. He witnessed people, other spirits, chasing after their loved ones, begging for forgiveness from their loved ones, sitting in bars, spirits sitting in bars trying to get whiffs of cigarettes, but they're spirits and they can't smoke or drink, but they're alive. They're alive. They're not dead. And I know that in my experience, life is so twisted and unreal. It's a fiction. It's simulation. It's artificial life. And if you're basing your life on fear and you're doing yoga or rituals of any kind, chanting things like amen or thanking men for their service, you're making a huge mistake. And I know you're just going along with what the media entices you or grooms you to do. But I'm asking you, family, if you don't want to lose that love within your heart, if you don't want a hardened heart, then you need to return to your own heart and make decisions based on love. Based on love, first of all, for yourself, because you are a Christ flame. And you do come from source. And we don't die, but we can live in the dimness and the darkness for an eternity, reincarnating into horrible roles where you have to take abuse or be the abuser. You know, it's a prey and predator world here. And I need you to start noticing that, family. Keep your eye open with your surroundings. Be careful what you're reading, what you're watching, that it is the truth according to you, because nobody knows more than you know about you. Now it's time for you to feel it and know it and love it.